Hello. Right. Basically, I just wanted to have a chat. Just about pre-season. We've still got one game left, but yeah, it's basically done, isn't it? We've got like a week till the season, so I wanted a little chat. Just talk about pre-season, my concerns, the good things about it, the bad things about it, the things that we need to address still. Fans' reactions to things, just stuff like that. Get into it. Yeah, first I want to talk about the results, the games, and then we'll go into other stuff. Yeah, I think overall, we're getting the game in a few days. I think overall you've got to be fairly positive with it, with everything in terms. Well, I am in terms of performance. You could argue there's not a 90-minute performance in there, which I'd agree there's not. However, it's pre-season and it's very rare you'll see a 90-minute performance by any team in pre-season because it's so, you know, it's pre-season. You're experimenting things, even things we might not notice or see. The team will be experimenting in pre-season, including all the substitutions, which we can see. So I think in terms of results and performance, I've been fairly happy. Obviously, there's big improvements that need to be done, but again, it's pre-season. This is where you identify them, and I'm sure this last week or two, the team will be working very hard to do that. But for me, what I wanted to see before going into the preseason, I wanted to see it was all about Jesse Marsch, wasn't it? I wanted to see his players and his style being implemented on the pitch, and I think in most parts we have seen it. I'm not going to sit here and go, "Oh, we've seen it, this and that." It's not finished yet. This is early stages of it, and I think it's rubbing off already. I think the movement we're seeing, the pressing, the system, the fullbacks running up, the positional awareness is getting there, isn't it? I think that's improved every game. Whether we've played better in sequences, maybe not, but I think positional awareness and understanding that the players have for where they're meant to be, where they're meant to run, is improving every game. And I look forward to see on Sunday um, see that in action against Calgary. So I think in terms of performance, I want to just address something as well about the performance because what I'm seeing online, and it's kind of really it's really eating me off, and everyone's got opinions, but the hate I'm seeing for Jesse Marsch, our manager, is unbelievable. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of Jesse Marsch people out there, Jesse Marsch fans, right? Good on you. But there's people, and I get it, if you don't like him, you don't like him, but there's people constantly criticizing every aspect of what he says, what he does, the system. I get it if you're concerned. I get it if you prefer Bielsa's system. A lot of us do, right? I'm easy for it. I think any system can work if it's done right. Bielsa's system was beautiful at times, but it was either beautiful or a mess, right? There was no in between with it. Most of the times it was beautiful. But this is a different person. He has gone, and I love him to bits. We all do. But he has gone. He's not here. Jesse Marsch is his own man. I love his interviews. His interviews are really good. I love his energy. And every player he's played under has only got nice things to say about him. And I mean players from past clubs. And the criticism I'm hearing is it's just unfair sometimes. I've seen Leeds fans in chats and stuff saying, "Oh, be gone by Christmas," and you're fine with that. I don't. That's an opinion. You think he's gone by Christmas, fair enough. But it's the fact that people are just all right with it. Think, "Oh, be gone. We'll get someone else in." No, he's our manager, and we have to believe in him. He kept us in the Premier League. Everyone's forgetting it. Everyone's just, "Oh, we didn't play very well." That wasn't the aim, was it? The aim wasn't to play well. The aim stay in the Premier League, and he did it. And then people counter that by saying, "Oh yeah, but Bielsa would have." Would he? We don't know. Irrelevant to talk about. We don't know. We have no idea. We have no idea if he would. We don't know. We just don't know. Jesse Marsch kept us in the Premier League. He was the manager that kept us in the Premier League. And a lot of people are saying, in terms of raw emotion, staying in the Premier League was bigger than getting promoted. because the odds were against us. When we were getting promoted, we were the best team in the league by far, right? Thanks to everyone, everything, the players and the manager. We were in big trouble last season, and he is the man that got us through it in the end. And that is the disrespect I'm hearing for someone that's kept us in the Premier League. Like, if you don't like him, fine, but I just feel a lot of people are not giving him a chance, not even remotely. They're just everything he's saying. Oh, I didn't like when he said this. Let's be honest, right? Bielsa's words were so articulate. A lot of us had no idea what he was talking about. We had to rely on Phil to decipher what he was saying, right? You know, let's be honest. When Phil did this, even Phil said on his podcast, a lot of the time you're just in awe. You don't understand what he's saying, but you get it. You know, he's he's a different person to Bielsa, and I just feel like we're going to lose one or two games, and every fan, well, not a lot of fans are just going to be on his back. And we're playing well, and we're not playing well, and we're getting beat. Yeah, just give him a chance, though. He's done things. The disrespect. He has done things in Europe. He's won trophies wherever he's been, apart from Leipzig, because he didn't have the time. He's won trophies. He wins things. He does well wherever he is. Leipzig was an anomaly. Bielsa didn't do well everywhere. Bielsa failed at a lot of places. That's the truth. The difference with Bielsa is he's older, he's got that experience, and he inspired incredible coaches. Marsch is a lot younger on that journey. So that rant's done. Just as he's our manager, back him. You see him every time we win. He loves it. He loves it. He loves his club. He loves it. You cannot tell me he doesn't. He loves it, and he wants nothing more than to get this club as high as possible. That is obvious. So he's a manager, but he loves the club. He does all the salutes and stuff. People say, "Oh, he's doing it for the cameras." I've seen all stuff like that. Just like him. People are proper trying to dislike him. So that's one thing I've got from pre-season. No matter what we do, it's all Marsch. Just, he's a good man, and he's showing that he's a good manager. He's respected through Europe. A lot of managers like him. A lot of people like him. Let him do his thing. If it doesn't work out, I'll admit it's not working out. We should probably move on. But we've not even started the season, and people are saying, "Oh, I'm sure." I think it's our own fans saying, "Be out like back your man, back him." Anyway, sorry, that's a rant. Yeah, anyway. So in terms of performances and all that, I'm seeing progression, I'm seeing potential. That's what I wanted to see, right? That was what I wanted to see in pre-season. That's a good thing. Another good thing for me is the backroom staff. It took a bit longer, I think. Yeah, it took a bit longer, but some of the names of that Marich and a few others, the under-21s coach, and I think there's an analyst in there, another coach, fitness coach. They're good names. They've been at good clubs. They've done good things. Especially Marich. If it's not the line yet, I don't know. I'm waiting to do a video on him, but he is so interesting. If anyone wants to read in about him, do it. He's big potential. He's 29, by the way, as well. 29. So if we can get that over line, that would be incredible. But my point is, Marsch is making a team, and he's getting the people he wants. Matt Jackson's still around, which is good. That'll really help the younger players. I like Matt Jackson. He's a proper Leeds lad as well, isn't he? So that's going to be class. It's building a team. And don't get me wrong, we have got easy fixtures at the start. People are saying, "Oh, we need to get something at the first 6 fixtures." Yes, obviously that'd be ideal. But I still think there's going to be more time. We do have a few players missing for the first game, which is a worry. So just give everything a bit of time. This is a big rebuild. Everything's changed from last year. The players, the coaching staff, the manager. So, system. So let's just give it a bit of time, right? Because I know what's going to happen. We're going to lose to Wolves. Everyone's going to lose their mind. If we lose to Wolves, everyone's going to go crazy, saying, "Oh, we just relax. It's 38 games. The Premier League cannot be won and lost in the first 6. It can't be. We've not got a killer month. We haven't, which is good. The hardest month is probably the last one, and you'd still argue there's 2 winnable games in there, or at least 4 points in there. So, yeah, I think in terms of pre-season, in terms of the team, that's the signings now, and I'm going to do a separate video on my prediction of the season. But I'll go on to the signings quickly. I think the business we've done is good. We've addressed most parts of the pitch, central midfield. The players we've got are savvy. I think it's good business. Not paying too much. We are going to see them grow. Yeah, signings are great. I've already spoke about signings in previous videos, but I think for the system, we've got some good system-based players, and we've got some good talents in Estera. Hoping he gets fit. I think we're going to see a good season from him. Give him a bit of time as well. Patience is what we need this season. Just a bit of patience, you know. Yeah, but having said that, I will say we definitely need more. The depth is a little worrying in areas. I'm not going to hear and say, "Oh, it's a big worry." Like we've not got a left back. But for me, right, and beat me up all you like, getting a left back for if we don't have a left back for the first 2-3 games, it's not the end of the season, guys. Ideally, yes, you want whether it's Max from Philip Max, yeah, from PSV or someone else, right? My point is the difference for me. The difference between us going down and staying up is not a left back. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is, right? If we didn't have a left back, a right back, maybe a central midfielder, maybe a striker as well, that's the difference between staying up and going down. For me, but we do need one. Just think everyone needs to just relax. We will get one. We want to find the right person, and we do have Junior coming back, who I've still got faith in because I can't just give up on people. I just can't do it. It's not in me. I'm afraid. I'll criticise them if they play bad, but I'm not going to give up on them and say get them out of the club. There's too many people on Twitter, and Twitter can be an amazing place, but also can be horrible. Saying get him out, get him out, get him out. Right, we've got no squad. Replace them with this. Not that simple. To get 10 more players in, to get rid of all these sentiment players. I think a lot of them still have a role in the team, if I'm being brutally honest. Ideally, you don't want Adam Forshaw click here in 3 or 4 years. They'll be old. But in a team environment, people forget leadership, experience. They have it. Forshaw is mentally so strong. You've got to understand, this guy was out for 2 years. And we have a lot of injured players. That mentality in the changing rooms. Remember when we went up and there was a break for COVID? And Forshaw said, didn't he? I think it was on a radio, on an interview, said, the teams aren't ready. The teams are not ready. We are going to roll over the rest of the competition in the last 10 games. Remember he said that? And everyone were laughing. No one else said that. He came out and said that. That is confidence, and I love that. And what did we do apart from the first game? We came back and rolled everyone, didn't we? We absolutely dominated it. All this rubbish about we're going to burn out. Forshaw is the man for me that is good in the changing room with the young guys and the injured guys and the guys that have given up, because he has built mental resilience to never give up because he's been out for 2 years. He might have thought at stages he's never going to make the Premier League, and he's done it, and I love that. So in the change rooms, he's a vital player, believe me. Someone like that in the change rooms is huge. So big up to Adam Forshaw. But I'm not saying he's the player we need to start or even come on. But around the changing room, he has a big role. And he can do a little bit. If we're up in a game and we need to see it out, we've got him and Rocker in there. Are you worried with him and Rocker? If he comes on to replace someone, him or Adams, are you worried? I'm not. Starting a game, obviously his production is not as good as the other players. I think anyone could tell you that. But in certain situations in the season, he will be needed to calm the game down and do his thing with a competent player next to him in Rocker or Adams. I'll be very happy with that. So that's a bit on Forshaw. But the rest of the signings are good. We definitely need a striker, but we are looking at one. And we definitely need a left back and a backup keeper for Elan as well. Everyone's talking about we need experience backup to help Elan. Yes, we also need this outfield as well. For the central midfielder, the young central midfield players that we've brought in, the ones that get injured, there he is. Forshaw, he's there. So, for me, I'm sorry, I speak with my hands. Yeah, so let's just stop disrespecting Adam so much. I'm not saying he's going to be the star. I don't realistically. I don't want him to start. I want him to see, you know, games out if we need it in certain situations. He can be very good at that. But respect to him on and everything. Yeah, a bit right. And then we're going to go into the biggest weaknesses from this preseason. Uh, guess. Take a guess. It begins with I. Yeah. Injuries. Leeds United and injuries. Oh my god, we can't escape it. We've got this new technology and that's not working. Sack that off. Um, the thing is, who's injured? We've not even started the season. What? Coops, Sinistera, Dan James is red card. He's missing the first game, so whatever. Archie Gray, I think he's all right. Bamford's not fixed yet. Furpo, what's that? 4 or 5. We've not even started the season. Ugh. Stress. Oh, sorry. Dallas, Ailey from last season. So we've got to remember that's like 5, 6 players. And we've never started the season. But injuries is a big concern to me. And when I do my prediction on whereabouts we'll finish, injuries is going to play a huge. Injuries, honestly, like last season, could be the difference between 17th and a 12th, for example. It genuinely could 18th and a 12th. It could be that bad. Think about we have injuries. So think about it. Adams picks up an injury. Rocker gets too many yellows. Bamford's injured. What are we going to do? We're in big trouble, aren't we? Sinistera's not back. You know, Dan James. Injuries is a big issue for me. But that's the players we've got. Whether you want to complain about overtraining or it's the players are just injury prone, it doesn't matter. The fact is we have injuries and we're going to have injuries. So for me, yeah, that's an issue. In terms of the negatives, I've not really seen it. The criticisms are negative, but you're entitled to your opinions. Respect to anyone that you know has a different opinion. That's cool. I rate that. Just I think this having an opinion is disrespecting a person because of it's calling them like dead footballer and stuff like that. Well, that's your player at your team, and when you're atting them on social media, you're an ass. You're not a Leeds fan. You're just not. People atting click. Do one, man. They see it. Even if you don't at them, then you type their name, they will search their name on Twitter, or the families will. And they'll see everything. Believe me, they will see everything. So if you're one of them, that's criticize the player is fine. The performance of the player, fine. That's absolutely fine. But I think saying, "Oh, he needs to get him gone, he needs to go." Of course, he's not going to play. Of course, that's going to not want him to play. It's like just be careful because they see everything. They have social media. They will look at it. The footballers, they have egos. They want to know what people are saying about them. So I think let's just be careful on social media, guys, because we can be the best fan base in the world, and we are, right? Bias, obviously, but when it's bad, we can be bad. Do you know what I mean? Let's just patience, relax. I honestly think we're going to absolutely fine this season if injuries are kept low and we sign a left back and a striker, maybe another one. I think we'll be absolutely fine. I think we'll smash it. Yeah. Also, last but not least, in terms of young players, people are forgetting players have breakout seasons every year. Livramento last year was incredible. A few of the Crystal Palace lads, Giahi, sorry, I can't say butcher his name, Giahi, Tyreek Mitchell. Every year you have 4 or 5, maybe more, maybe up to 10 young players in the Premier League that have breakout seasons. This year, we have Archie Gray and Joffe, who I genuinely think Joffe more than. I think Gray will have a little role, but I think he will impress a lot in those roles. And Joffe, for me, Joffe's going to have a breakout season. If he can keep injury free or almost injury free all season, which is going to be an ask because he always gets injured, I honestly think we could get a guy that's going to get 10 goals. I do. I genuinely do. Especially if Bamford has injury problems and he's there, he'll get 10 goals. Or maybe 10 goal involvements, you know? Maybe that kind of range. Get a few assists. Because I believe in him. There's always a player every year. Young players have breakout seasons. They have to step up or they have to go. That's how it works. The manager will tell them, it's your year to step up or you'll have to go. That's where we're at. With maybe Somerville, Joffe, Sam Greenwood, Gray, all these guys, even Lewis Bate to an extent. They have to step up now. And it will show what their character, if they do or they don't. I think Joffe wants that. I think Sam Greenwood's played really well under Marsch. Something to watch. Somerville's one is interesting. How's he fit in? But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Garby as well. Will he go out on loan? If he does, good experience. If not, he'll fight for a place. So I'm looking forward. The young players are going under the radar, in my opinion. We're saying we need to sign all these. We need to sign a backup. But these guys have been given the platform to perform, and if they've got anything about them and they want to succeed, they'll do it. They'll take their chance, and that's it. Now, I've been rambling on. I've got a few videos lined up. I'm waiting for Leeds to make some signings, especially in the coaching areas, so I can do some stuff. I'll do some match reactions. Yeah, and I'll do a season a season prediction based on everything. I'll do one of those after the Calgary game, maybe a few days before the Wolves game. Once we've got some more signings, hopefully as well. But yeah, thanks for everyone watching. I would really appreciate the attention. The attention. What's the word? The feedback and the eyes I'm getting on some of the previous videos. It's absolutely, honestly, you guys are amazing. So I thank everyone that watched and liked, and the guy that left a comment. What a legend. We need more of that. You know, let's get talking. If you don't agree with me, tell me. I'm happy. I like opinions. Tell me everything. If you think I'm talking rubbish, tell me respectfully. You know. So I think this cool. Let's have a conversation. That's what I want to do. I want to make this a hub to talk. Men don't speak enough. Whether it's about football or everything, you know. Let's just have a chat. Let's just talk about stuff, right? You know, just have a chat about anything. I want to do live streams. You know, come in, tell me how your day is. Are you doing all right? You don't have to be Leeds. Talk about anything. I'm an open book. Guys need to talk more. As Paddy said in UFC, wow, that interview was amazing. So he's right. Let's talk more. Whether it's about football, anything, I don't care. Let's just have a chat. That's all I want this to be. Have different opinions. Cool, let's talk about it. I'm not the type of person to go, oh, your opinion's wrong. There's a line, isn't there? If you've been disrespectful and been an ass, you just come on. But respectful opinions that you don't agree. Love that. But anyway, yeah. I appreciate you all and Leeds.